Mr. Speaker, it is a serious public health issue when there are major nutritional deficiencies in Manitobans which are directly impacting the health and the development of children. In this chamber, I have repeatedly highlighted the extremely high levels of vitamin D deficiency which adversely impact the bone and teeth growth of children. I've highlighted the deficiency in long-chain polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oils, which are vital to healthy brain development and function. I asked the Minister of Children and Youth Opportunities, why in 14 years of NDP government has there been no progress in addressing these major nutritional deficiencies?
Thank the member for the question. Proper nutrition is important to the development of children and the maintenance of health in adults as well, which is exactly why we've had food security programs across this province, Mr. Speaker. The member will know when he came into office that there were virtually no community gardening programs in northern Manitoba. There's over 900 of them now. Schools are growing gardens, community groups are growing gardens, young students are involved with their families in growing gardens. This is providing them with nutritious vegetables and foods from their very own community. We've put in place a prenatal benefit, which is available to all young expectant mothers in Manitoba, which provides them additional support each month for proper nutrition, including supplements if that's required. And we're doing research in this area as well, Mr. Speaker. We support having proper nutrition for people and key nutrients such as vitamin D, vitamin A, etc., and we're putting resources in places to allow that to be accomplished, and we will continue to work on that with the support of the member opposite.
Mr. Speaker, if the Premier actually has evidence that nutritional deficiencies are less, he should table it. We've looked. As far as we can find, no such records actually exist. Mr. Speaker, it is a serious problem when this government can't even provide such records. Mr. Speaker, when I have raised questions about deficiencies in vitamin D and long-chain polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids in Manitoba, 5 times, now 6, the Premier has given the wrong solution, planting gardens to solve the problem. Vegetables contain virtually none of these 2 critical substances. I ask the Premier, because of the absence of progress under this government and the misinformation being spread, will he call the all-party committee together, including nutritionists, to help address this critical problem?
I appreciate the question from the member opposite. Not only is there healthy gardens in Manitoba, there's access to protein in many of our northern communities. They're growing some of their and raising some of their own protein in northern communities. We had a young group down here recently from one of our northern communities that's got a goat program. We're actually raising and using goats for food in their community. So protein's very important as well, Mr. Speaker. The member knows that. If he has an interest in working with us on that, we'd be pleased to do that. We have a Healthy Child Committee in Cabinet. The Healthy Child Committee in Cabinet is required by law. They can look at a broad range of interventions that will support people, and we will continue to find ways to do that, Mr. Speaker, including making breakfast programs available in schools, which do provide vitamin D supplements in the form of milk, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, it is highly probable that the very high incidence of depression in Manitoba is in part related to nutritional deficiencies. As I said on July 18, depression in mothers has increased by 30% under this government, the government's own report. A large body of evidence now links increased depression with a deficiency of the long-chain polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids, which are present in fish oils. I table a graph which illustrates this. Populations of countries with significantly more fish in their diets have very low levels of depression. It's time to look at the population health of Manitoba more seriously than this government has done in 14 years. I ask the Premier, will he act now and form that all-party task force, including nutritionists, today?
I thank the member for that. He will know that we actually are doing a lot to protect fisheries in Manitoba and to make sure there is an abundance of fish in this province, Mr. Speaker. As a matter of fact, some of the hydro projects that the members opposite do not want to proceed as part of their reacting to environmental issues up there, are putting in place the renewal of the sturgeon fish industry in northern Manitoba, so that people in the north can have access to fish, can have access to good protein. These are kinds of initiatives that, in some cases, have been going on for years, where good protein like fish is provided to some of our communities where there was damage done by the flooding of the 70s. As we go forward, we want to make sure that the fish supplies continue to be healthy and, in fact, improve. And that's part of our northern hydro development in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker.